Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Should I do a voice or just? Because if I go like this, I'm going to have my voice crack.
Dude, I don't
And we're gonna
care.
have to restart.
Voice cracks are funny, so do whatever you want.
Hold on, I got up.
Bum, ba-da-ba-ba-ba-bum, ba-ba-ba-ba-bum.
Since His Majesty went into the field, I have seen her rise from her bed. So... Okay, I'm not doing.
It's too hard.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Scene! I have 2 nights watched with you, but can perceive no truth in your report. When was it she last walked?
Since His Majesty went into the field, I have seen her rise from her bed, throw her nightgown upon her, unlock her closet, take forth paper, fold it, write upon it, read it, afterwards seal it, and again return to bed. Yet all this while in a most fast sleep.
A great perturbation in nature to receive at once the benefit of sleep and do the effects of watching. In this slumbery agitation, besides her walking in other actual performances, what at any time have you heard her say?
That, sir, which I will not report after her.
You may to me, and 'tis most meet you should.
Neither to you nor to anyone, having no witnesses to confirm my speech. Lo you, here she comes. This is her very guise, and upon my life fast asleep. Observe her, stand close.
How came she be? How came she by that light?
Why, it stood by her. She has light by her. Why, it stood by her. She has light by her continually. 'Tis her command.
You see her eyes are open.
Aye, but their sights are shut.
What is it she does now? Oh my god. Hold up, let it. What is it she does now? Look how she rubs her hands.
It is an accustomed action with her, to seem thus washing her hands. I've known her continue in this a quarter of an hour.
Yet here's a spot.
Hark! She speaks! I will set down what comes from her, to satisfy my remembrance the more strongly.
Out, damn spot. Out, I say. 1, 2, why then 'tis time to do it. Hell's murky. Fie, my lord, fie. A soldier and a feared. What need we fear who knows it, and when none can call our power to account? Yet who would have thought the old man to have had so much blood in him?
Do you mark that?
The Thane of Fife had a wife. Where is she now? The Thane of Fife? Is it Fife?
The Thane of Fife had a wife. Yeah, that's right.
Okay. The Thane of Fife had
Wait,
a
wait,
wife.
wait, wait, redo it so I can edit it out.
Okay.
Pause and then go.
Yeah, I gotta like calm down for a second. I'm about to laugh for my next word. Alright. The Thane of Fife had
There's only one deal left. The Thane of Fife had a wife. Where is she now?
Really quick. The Thane of Fife
No,
had
I have to edit this out. So you make sure it pauses and there's no one talking in Discord, so then I can edit that out.
Okay. The Thane of Fife had a wife. Where is she now? I don't know why I can't do this anymore. I'm gonna say the Thane of Fife had a wife, and then you're gonna use that part, and then you're gonna edit the next part.
Just start
Say,
rhyming.
where is she now after that? Alright.
Just try to do it. Just try to do it one more time.
Okay, give me a second. The Thane of Fife had a wife. Where is she now? What will these hands never be clean? No more of that, my lord. No more of that. You mar all of this.
No more of that.
Can you just I'm gonna do this separately. I'll record it after this, and you just do your line now.
I don't know how to do that.
No. You gotta just
Max, you gotta do it.
lock in.
The Thane of Fife had a wife. Where is she now? What?
Blooper reel.
I don't know why. I just think if I found out my. Oh my god, this is awful. I'll say it very slowly so I don't laugh. I'll make it worse. All right. The Thane of Fife had a wife. Where is she now? What will these hands never be? It's stupid. All right, I'll take a break after Where is she now, and then I'll get to the next part. All right. All right. The Thane of Fife had a wife. Where is she now? What will these hands never be clean? No more. You got the Thane of Fife. All right, you got that part.
Okay, I got it. I'm recording it.
Next sentence.
What will these hands never be clean?
No,
No
it's-
more
it's-
of that.
That's
No,
wrong.
that was good.
No,
No,
that was bad.
never.
What will no. It's what will these hands never be clean?
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. What? All right. What? No, I can't do this.
Wait,
right.
try the whole thing. Try the whole thing again.
What? Will these hands never be clean? No more of that, my lord. No more of that. You mar all this with this started. Okay, no.
Try-
Let me go
try-
back to what?
No, try the whole thing. Let's see if you can do it. Just
Go from the Dane of and a wife.
Stop fucking laughing. Alright. The Thane of Fife had a wife. Where is she now? What? Will these hands never be clean? No more of that, my lord. No more of that. You mar all this with this starting.
go to. You have known what you should not.
She has spoke what she. What?
Jesus, Max's line. I am about to start dying laughing at my go to.
She has spoke. She has spoke what she should not. I am sure of that. Heaven knows what she has known.
Heaven knows I tried.
Okay. Here's the smell of the blood still. All the perfumes of Arabia will not sweeten this little hand. Oh.
What a sigh is there? Shut the.
Oh,
What
no.
a. Ah! What?
It's such a difficult job for Jax to edit this.
What a sigh is there? The heart is sorely charged.
I would not have such a heart in my bosom for the dignity of the whole body.
Well. Oh, wait. All right, let's get this. Well. No, it doesn't sound right.
Shut the fuck up. Pray God, do it now.
Hold on. Well,
A comma is not periods.
well.
Pray God it be, sir.
This disease is beyond my practice. Yet I have known those which have walked in their sleep, who have died holily in their beds. That is not how that works.
Hallelujah.
Yes, I read it earlier. This
Wash your-
disease. All right. I'm redoing my line. I messed it up.
Get this stuff fast. I gotta eat dinner soon.
This is. This disease is beyond my. Guys, it's over 10 minutes.
Go, please.
Please stop.
I can't do this.
This disease is beyond my practice. Yet I have known those which have walked in their sleep, who have died hollowly in their beds.
Wash your hands. Put on your nightgown. Look not so pale. I tell you yet again, Banquo's buried. He cannot come out of his grave.
Even so?
To bed. There's knocking at the gate. Come. Give me your hand. What's done cannot be undone. To bed.
Look at that. No! No. We need him back. We need him back. He's redo that.
Did you say redo that?
Yes.
Okay. How do you recommend I say the four comes and also to bed, to bed, to bed?
What's done cannot be undone. To bed, to bed, to bed, to bed.
Well,
That's it.
that I know, but what about that one?
What to
Should I
what?
just say it fast?
No.
Come, come, come.
She ain't.
Come,
She ain't rapping.
come.
Come, 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 come.
Come. Give me a hand.
Come.
Come.
All right, go.
All right. Well, I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna say that. Hold up. Give me a
Just
second. Ugh. To bed. There's knocking at the gate. Come. Give me your hand. What's done cannot be undone. To bed, to bed, to bed.
will she go now to bed?
Directly.
Foul whisperings are abroad. Unnatural whispering. That's right. Yeah, right. Foul whispering are abroad. Unnatural deeds do breed unnatural troubles. Infective minds. I messed it up. Yeah. Peter, I hear like it's something's going through your mic right now. Don't do anything. Don't do anything. Foul whisperings are abroad. What the hell was that noise?
Huh?
I heard some really weird noise come out of your mic. Foul whisperings are abroad. Unnatural deeds do breed unnatural troubles. Infected minds to deaf pillows will discharge their secrets. More needs she the divine than the physician. God, forgive us all. Look after her. Remove from her that means of all annoyance, and still keep eyes upon her. So good.
Okay, I misclicked.
Foul whisperings are abroad. Unnatural deeds do. Peter, what are you doing in your mic?
Nothing.
Don't move. Don't breathe. Don't talk. I hear that. Yes.
Oh,
Stop doing that.
it's like my mic cord.
All right. Don't do anything. I just. Ugh! Okay. Actually, please. I want to be done with this.
Checking if it worked with noise suppression.
Foul whisperings are abroad. Unnatural deeds do breed unnatural troubles. Infected minds to deaf pillows will discharge their secrets. More needs she the divine than the physician. God, forgive us all. Look after her. Remove from her the means of all annoyance, and still keep eyes upon her. So good night. My mind she has mated, and amaze my sight. I think, but dare not speak.
Good night, good doctor.
Exeunt.